Gamergate's a bunch of gooners on the internet. It's pretty much what it is. For the almost the entirety of this channel, one of my main things has been talking about Gamergate too. It really hasn't been much of a thing, really, nowhere near the sort of impact that Gamergate 1 had. A lot of it's been centered around a guy named Grums. Everybody knows Grums. Grums is a weirdo 50-year-old guy, used to work on World of Warcraft, started another game studio. None of that really worked out well. And now he just posts about fap shit. And now there's not enough fap shit in games and too many ugly women. So for the last year or so, 2 years maybe, DEI has been a whole thing, right? In politics. And they've used that to kind of sell it to games as well, right? The political side of it. DEI is diversity, equity, and inclusion. Basically means putting non-fucking everyday type people in your game, right? Or just mixing it up, whatever the fuck. I don't know. It is what it is. What it's inferred as from that side is just every game, put a chick in it, make her gay. Fucking Eric Cartman. Make her lame and gay. Put a chick in it, make her lame and gay. That's what DEI feels like when Gamergate people are talking about it. I have, since I've been running this channel for a little over a year, been saying there's going to be a massive crackback because there's a lot of non-aligning philosophies that people don't realize are not aligning. The one thing that half of Gamergate and the other half of Gamergate can agree on is they hate fucking trans people. Fucking hate trans, hate gays, and hate non-traditionally attractive women, right? First and foremost, fuck that shit. That's what fuck that. If they're going to get pissed off about anything, it's going to be fucking pronouns and fucking mastectomy scars and cringe dialogue about fucking Barney the Dinosaur grade dialogue about fucking finding togetherness and shit that's completely out of place in a game. All right? A lot of stuff that they've pointed out, I would say 40-ish%, which is a lot, but not most or all by a sight, is actually legitimately cringe. All right? All the controversy around Concord, the fucking whatever the fuck Sony released, I can't remember who made that game. It stayed on the market for 2 weeks. I don't care to even look it up. Concord was shit. The character designs were ass. It was like literally forced diversity, i.e. not like black people demanded a spot at the table, but somebody in corporate was like, I'm pretty sure we can up the amount of people playing this game by like 2% and increase our profit margins by like literally, hey, no matter what, you're going to jam some sort of like vaguely Tumblr aesthetic nonsense in here so that we can fucking run this shit out. I don't really think a lot of, at the high level of these AAA corporate games, a lot of people are like, I give a fuck about black people or gays or trans people. I just highly doubt it. I know enough about the corporate world to know that it's always fake in every other fucking industry. I don't know why it would be real here. It's just the soup du jour. It's the moment of the day. Being nice to gay people and trans people for the last like 6 or 7 years is kind of just the exact same thing as putting like Helvetica and everything. You just do it because other people are doing it. You know when everyone started dropping like a random vowel from whatever their new company name was, so you'd have like Flickr and it wouldn't have like the E, would just be Flikr. You know, I guess you lose a vowel and a consonant there. It's that's all it was, okay? But like instead of all of the corporate malfeasance and greed and fuck ups and wrongdoing being focused on highly, it was just this gay shit. It was just like fucking fuck a woman with a highly rendered woman with peach fuzz. This shit's this fucking reasonably cringe as fuck dialogue ruins an entire game with skippable cutscenes. Like, I can't really get behind it. And then it spiraled into, we are preemptively naysaying almost every fucking game because of the presence of chicks that you can't fuck in the game at all, right? Not like you would have sex with them, but like, oh, this isn't a fucking like literally 10 out of 10. Oh, only top 0.00001% of OnlyFans South Korea edition. You know what I mean? again and again and again and again and again and again. It really kind of came to a head with me when I was watching the Stellar Blade previews, where I was like, why are there, you can't reconcile this, because on one hand we had Melanie Mack, who's going to be a character in today's story. Melanie Mack is a girl on the internet, a grown woman pretending that she's still 2005 high school herself on the internet. And people like Asmongold and shit. Melanie Mack pretends to be some sort of like Christian, I don't know, she's like an internet prostitute. That's pretty much what I see when I look at her. She's like a scantily dressed lady who fucking ASMR reads the Bible, which is just like pornography in my mind. I don't know. Christians tell me otherwise. It's y'all's fucking thing to weigh in on. I don't know. There's a lot of hardline Christians. I'm surprised you're letting a woman read the Bible to people. I don't know. You guys aren't following all of your rules, it seems. But you have that subsection of people on one side who really just fucking hate trans people, but they also hate all the sex and games at all, period. But they were willing to, like, I guess kind of ignore that, because they're like, I want traditional depictions of women where they're like pretty, right? And not fighting kind of shit. And then on the other side, you're like Asmongold and his subsection of the internet that wanted fuckable, to quote Adam Smasher, you look like a piece of fuckable meat. In a general sense, right? I know this is Gooner shit. I'm sorry if you don't want to hear about this stuff, but it's actually like kind of fucking important. So like, you're just going to have to put your nose clip on. Sorry. It's about arts. The major issue with this that I've been pointing out is these two sides cannot reconcile, because one side wants hotter girls in games and the other side wants extremely strict to probably completely annihilating controls over games at all. They're Hays Code people. Just again, it's Hays Code 2 Electric Boogaloo, but like 700 fucking times incessantly in a row. Jack Thompson, Hillary Clinton, again and again and again and again and again and again throughout the entirety of my life. And without reservation, every fucking person that calls themselves a gamer and reached out to religious fundamentalists as a like anchor point in commentary about video games is a fucking moron. Asmongold, idiot for this. His entire Gooners sphere underneath him, idiot. The entire EFAP subsection, idiots. Morons, maroons, poltroons, fucking fools. Everything. Because all you're doing is opening up the door to what we're starting to see now and what's going to be pretty much the conversation going forward, okay? Because really a lot of these AAA game studios, games have just crashed for the last 4 years. A lot of the things that were like, hey, we're going to take advantage of a trend of like BLM, fucking pro-progressive, like performative progressive rights and fucking condescending speeches. Those games were put in production anywhere from 4 to 6 fucking years ago when that shit was trending. They're being released as fucking half shovelware now, as a lot of these companies that basically busted their nut and fucking had a boom bust during COVID and over leveraged themselves and are collapsing and selling off assets. I think Ubisoft is getting ready to fall apart and all of its IP is about to be shared off justifiably because they had like literally 3 IPs that they couldn't fucking figure out anything to do with. All of that's being blamed on DEI stuff because DEI shit is just kind of connected to all this stuff because it just is. It's just around, right? And even if it's not, just having a black person do a thing in your game is DEI. Having a woman do something that's like remotely, imaginably traditionally male is like DEI. Having someone in your game that doesn't wear fucking makeup and isn't pretty but like is talked to like a normal person is DEI. It's a fucking really wide fucking shotgun blast to fill up the spectrum with. Do you know what I mean? And then to have that be like, to have that be the way that you proceed with this of just like all of these things are bad, and then have a hyper focus on letting like tradcaths and fucking evangelicals in is just going to end badly because they just hate video games. They hate art in general. Right? They're like, yeah, that's bad. Can we move it back? They're gonna fucking take an inch, give a mile the whole way through. So let's just get to the point of this segment. This is a thing that was shared. I don't know this person from Kane. I've never heard of Pirate Nation before, but this is the inciting tweet. I don't know what this game is from Voice of Fan Service. I don't even know. Let's see, what game? Before I even look. The First Descendant. So this is a game called The First Descendant. Official X account. 228.5k thousand. Video game company. From Nexon. I don't know anything about this. Looks like Gooner shit. This looks like primo Gooner shit. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just turn it on. Primo fucking Gooner shit. Look, you can unlock bunny girl costumes. You got like white lipstick, fucking maid outfit. Okay, bunny girl, school mistress. This looks like, I don't know, is that a wand? Is she supposed to be like a Hermione Granger cosplay? This is The First Descendant. Okay, this is the game that they're talking about. They got all these little, oh yeah, Gooner shit. Look at this. They got fucking like a kind of a Nier Automata / Stellar Blade type mix. I don't know. I don't play this game. I don't care about it. But this is the thing that was shared. Okay, content warning, adult content. It's not that bad. It's a butt. Oh my God, it's an ass. So it's a dance that you can do. The person's rotated the camera down so that he can look at this girl. Oh, this is the costume that was showed off, and she's wearing like a kind of like a one-piece bikini type deal. A lot of ass showing, but not like a full thong, and she's wiggling her butt. I feel like I know this ass. I think I saw another tweet earlier where some fucking streamer chick was saying that this game model is actually her. I feel like that's the thing, because I feel like I've seen this literal ass model with this whole thing before. Gooner confirmed, Tyler. Gooner confirmed. But this is it. It's pretty fucking innocuous. It's just shaking the hips kind of deal. And this has turned into a whole fucking thing. Now, this is literally what the fucking Gamergate people wanted. They wanted sexy girls back in video games. What happened to 2005? How many times have we heard this? What happened to 2005? When I could use Game Shark to make fucking Lara Croft's clothes appear flesh-toned and shamefully fucking crack one off to that in my parents' basement. You know what I mean? Again and again and again. What happened to hot chicks where Tifa's tits aren't big enough? Why did Stellar Blade fucking engage in chastity against this person? Understand, Grums and especially Asmongold and his whole fucking crew of fucking gooners and fucking lolly adjacent gooners and lolicons were about that shit. You know, I'm not gonna fucking bring up a billion fucking minutes of time. Just look at my actual back catalog for a series of moments of coverage of this shit. Now, is this what gamers want? Oh my God, a woman's culo. We're just getting, we always come back full circle to like, first off, yeah. I'll say it right now. I like a little fucking TNA in games. Who doesn't? It's nice to look at something that's nice to look at. Is pretty much what it is. You know what I mean? Everybody turns on Baldur's Gate 3, runs their characters around, except for some of you ace people, okay? No ace erasure. And then you go, I'm going to take their clothes off. And then you take their clothes off and you look at the model and you go, boobs. And then you put them back on, or maybe you don't. You play the entire game naked like a fucking weirdo. It is what it is, all right? People like to look at other people's bodies. Fucking perfectly fucking normal. I usually play as chick characters in games, not because egg shit. I just think that they got smaller hitboxes and they're nicer to look at. That's fucking it. You know what I mean? And so like this is a bog standard thing. Bog fucking standard thing in video games, okay? It's what the Gamergaters were fighting for, and now they're trying to take it away from them. See, who's Pirate Nation anyway? Gaming news. Oh, he's got the Chad thing up here, so I'm going to guess that in real life he's built like a fucking series of popsicle sticks in a fucking wet sock. Politics, emulation, shitposting. Free software alternatives. GeForce. Okay, so this is just gibberish out stuff. Oh, well, I guess, yeah. Here's one of the alleged skins for the legendary Black Samurai Yasuke in Assassin's Creed Shadows. Due to Ubisoft's struggles, they may erase it from existence. Ha. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, fuck that black guy, right? Fuck him. But either way, so, you know, this is a bunch of fucking posting dubs. So this is like probably a pretty basic Gamergate 2, Goonergate guy. Is this what gamers want? What game? What a fucking king. The first to say it and shit. So, like, it's just ass. It's ass. ass and titties. We get to this shit, okay? And then these are these responses, right? So this is a thread. Responding, the post is unavailable, so you can't see it as it is. This is Jared Roberts, Sickly the Ninja, the Taekwondo Kid, movies, TV, pop culture, gamer, YouTube, Christian popcorn. So, you know, taste levels probably off the fucking scale here. I like to represent my faith with an emoji. Levels of seriousness, all right? Oh, fucking Jesus Christ. All good morals come from God, and if they aren't from God, they aren't good morals. Well, cover the fuck up, okay? Dread Roberts. Any person with a modicum of decency would say no to, is this what gamers want? This is not where the future of gaming should be headed. The constant promotion of half-naked women as the greener side of gaming is getting ridiculous. And I'm beginning to think that these people who say they want to save gaming don't actually want to save it. So many claim to care about morals in the future generations and not giving even an inch of progress to devs who push woke ideology or whatever else. But then they'll turn around and tell young men and women to support titles that throw this stuff in your face. Most of what I've seen for months now from these accounts are butt cheeks and cleavage. Yes. What is a woman? What is a woman? This is what you get. By the way, all you TERFs, you're fucking next. You are fucking next. Traditional women, TERFs, you are fucking next. Not me. I'm fine. I'm a white cis man. I'm immune, bitch. If you're out there and you're a little fucking Christian conservative lady, I'm immune, bitch. I'm fucking good. You are going to be taught your place, not by me, but by whoever the fuck you're handing the powers over. When you're fucking bent over some grown man's lap being paddled like an 11-year-old, if you're not into that, understand this is what you're asking for, and it's very, very disgraceful that you're engaging in this shit. But like this is where the fuck you are going. This is where the fuck you are going. Melody Mack is involved in this, and she like the most chopping block individual ever. We're gonna get to her next. From now on, I'm gonna have a rule. Any woman that purports to be like a Christian fundamentalist, I am going to honor them by only portraying them as a tradcath woman should be portrayed, with her hair and everything underneath her chin covered, for the sake of chastity, okay, so that she can remain pure for her husband. Hopefully, she's not Christmas cake, spoiled used goods like Melanie Mack would be under the rules she likes. A childless woman that's pushing 40? Ooh, don't know about that. Not very Christian. only with the full tradcath. If you guys don't know, there's tradcath revisionists out there right now. They're all over. There's a whole like sect of them in Cincinnati. You see the ladies walking around, they look nice, they're cute. I don't give a shit. If you want to do that, do it. But you got to live up. You got to be living up to it. I'm not gonna let you fucking. You guys are so much for the tolerant left. Hey, so much for the fundamentalist right. You know what I mean? Where's this at? Where's this at? If you're a fucking Christian and I see your Christian tradcath bullshit as fucking emoji, you better be more than just emojis deep. I want to see you calling out your so-called fucking brothers and sisters like this fucking soldier for Christ is. Okay? You shouldn't be fucking tolerating Melanie Mack doing butter girl stuff and having her fucking cleavage out. Why are you not harassing her into the proper etiquette that she's supposed to engage in as a representative of your Christian faith? You can, I'm a fucking atheist, bro. If you guys fucking succeed, go ahead, throw me on a fucking stick and burn me. I don't give a fuck. I'll fucking fight you to the end. But if you're on the same side, like why the fuck aren't you holding each other to any sort of standard? Do you not care about the word of God? Is it not important to you? I want to see this. So much for the tolerant left. So much for the fucking moral right. So much for the fundamentalist right. So much for Christian morals. So much for Christian dedication. You know, it really feels like you guys take your socks off and put them on whenever you fucking feel like it. I want to see this shit 100%. It's a fucking funniest thing that happened to Caitlyn Bennett. She got tradcath married and then they took her off the fucking internet. She posted one picture where she was pregnant, dressed up like fucking Virgin Mary pictures from fucking 1400s Italy, and then she vanished forever, which is what I wish for you. I wish success in your endeavors. If you want to be a fucking tradcath, traditional Christian woman, shut the fuck up and stop reading the Bible on the internet. You're not allowed. I feel like if I get into a debate with him, what am I going to ask him? Like, hey, can you get your husband to speak to me for it? I don't feel like it's okay. I feel like I'm being disrespectful of your faith to speak to you. I should speak to the man of the house. Okay, if he's not there, is your father around? Oh, you're unmarried and your parents have passed? Do you have an older brother? A younger brother? Do you have an uncle or something? Who takes care of you? Who's entrusted? Are you a fallen woman? Melanie Mack, fallen woman? I'm not gonna bullshit. I am not gonna bullshit you. I'm not gonna be here fucking like holding your hand for, like, here's the feminist line from the other side. No. Fuck male feminists. I want to feel what it means. Pitch me on fucking on tradcath conservative Christian morals. Pitch me. Show me what a moral Christian woman is. You better not fucking curse. You better not raise your voice either. Shrill. Don't be shrill. Be pleasant. Okay? Calm. You're speaking to a grown man. This is where this shit is gonna fucking go. Seriously, how is this making gaming better? All we're doing is pushing normies in the same direction but on a parallel track. People may argue, we just want to push back on the ugly women agenda, just trying to make a point to the lefty weirdos. Okay, so where do we draw the line then? Because there doesn't appear to be one. They're gonna fucking take it all from you. That's what they want. It's a Bible. It's the word of God. Even if they fuck up here and there, they're always gonna go in the same direction. It's the fucking word of God. Did you think that they were gonna be chill? If you give them fucking control over something, they're gonna want to do what they want to do with it. Everything that you think about lefties is true of righties too. What did you think that they were fucking somehow like? I don't know. I think this guy said the N-word in front of me one time. I thought he was based. I didn't think he was going to steal my fucking porn. Yeah, man. That's their morals. That's their beliefs. If they had to fucking trick you into giving up the keys to the kingdom so they could come in and fucking Catholic hijab all your fucking ladies, they're going to do it, man. They already tried to fucking end Doom. You guys remember Doom? The game Doom? All right, that they were protesting about the fucking thing that you play in the fucking, you can play it in a Tesla now. Dude, they were in the streets over that. We had something in America called the Satanic Panic. A lot of those people are still alive. They're in Congress still. They're senators and shit. They're around. They are around still, and they want to take all the cool shit away from you. You fucking goobers. You fucking goobers were flirting with fucking pedo trash, lolly shit, and fucking trying to like, I need pretty girls, no gays. And then what did you do? You let in the fucking Crusaders. You don't get fucking anything. You're gonna be watching fucking, you'll be watching fucking VeggieTales. You can play a VeggieTales game, right? Fucking play Bible Man doing fucking Bible verse shit. It's gonna be lame, man. It's gonna be lame. At best, mega church rock music until you die. You'll pray every day to a God you don't believe in that Scott Stapp will come through your city and you get to hear one good guitar solo before you die. That's what you're fucking fighting for. Go read Jay's journal or go ask Alice. To big satanic drug panic books on this BS. Same with having the music scare that happened. Yeah, the shaitan. Also, by trad wives, do we mean Catholic or Protestant? It's fucking either way. It's either way. They don't care. Whatever is fucking worse for women is that's the they'll agree. They're not gonna get to a point where they're like, well, I feel like women should have at least a few rights. You know what I mean? They're gonna try to outdo each other. If you hear the fucking evangelicals talking about Afghanistan after Afghanistan got taken back by the Talibs, they're like, yeah, I don't like them because they're fucking terrorists, but I really appreciate how they fucking put women in their place and they don't let you be gay or trans and shit out in public. Do you think that's the line? That's where they're like, all right, I fucking envy that. It's Abrahamic faith. Like, it goes back to the same thing. The similar headdresses and face coverings and shit are in they're in Judaism, they're in Catholicism, Christianity. It goes the whole fucking way down. Whole way down. You have a bunch of ladies walking around looking like nuns. But not in a cool way. Not in a Japanese nun way. But when I tell you, it's not easy to say this knowing how others feel about this stuff, but I have to be honest about what I see. These guys are fucking going in. So we have fallen woman, Melanie Mack. My age, unmarried, wearing a fucking 2005 plastic Hot Topic choker, which is not like anything other than just cringe as fuck. Still talking about trying to look like a video game girl from back in the day. She was a G4 girl. Do you remember G4 Entertainment? I think like that's what Melanie Mack started as a G4 chick. So she was like a hot 18, 19-year-old back when we were both that age, 2005, 2006 era. And she was on the TV dressed as what you would be a hot chick in 2005, 2006. She's just keeping it going, talking about Lara Croft Tomb Raider. It was a little bit of a fucking relic as far as like video game sex symbols go. I think most of the kids that are like 18 to 22 these days are all into some sort of fucking Fortnite skin or some shit. I loved G4 when I was 12. I liked it back in the day too. It was like interesting. It was pretty cringe though. If you look back at it now, you're like, damn, I did like that when I was a fucking teenager. Melanie Mack, I agree with this take. I've been fighting with y'all against the woke mob turning female characters into... I'm raw read the slur. I am sorry. I raw read the slur. I fucking... Don't say that word. T-slur. And I like characters to look attractive, but I don't want to be lumped in with those pushing for practically softcore porn and character design. That's degenerate. Curvy female characters like classic Lara Croft, no, drawing the eye dressed like a whore. Okay? Understand. If you take Lara Croft back to fucking MAGA, 1955, good old beaver cleaver, you're like, look at this lady in these short khaki shorts with her fucking tits out and this fucking green tank top. They'd be like, that's a prostitute. You get back far enough, you're not allowed to wear pants. You understand that? Do you fucking trads understand? You trad chicks understand you're not going to be allowed to wear fucking pants? Do you know that that's illegal? You look back and you're like, oh man, women used to wear skirts back in the day. They were obliged to by the fucking law. It was illegal to wear. It was illegal for women to wear pants. I wear the pants in this family. Literally meant you were the guy. That's what that fucking phrase means. I wear the pants in this family because you're legally allowed to. She's like, no, I'm one of the good ones. No. You're a fucking sex worker. You get by on you get by in your fucking looks. You get by in your looks and you're not allowed to read the Bible when you're a fucking chick. All right? There's maybe a few of these little Methodist Protestant fucking faiths, but they're going to get rid of that. Okay? That shit's going to go. You notice the multi-billionaire fucking super pastors? How many of them are women? If you have to rack your mind for all the people talking about, God told me that I needed to buy myself a third private jet. Now, I know I don't maybe necessarily need a third private jet, but I was talking to the owner of the Oakland Raiders, and he said I had a jet for sale. And I said, Jesus Christ, now is the time. Third jet. You know what I mean? How many times have you seen a woman do that? Did you think it was a meritocracy over there? Like if you're fucking really good at preaching as a woman, you're going to get fucking money? No. You know what you're going to be if you're really good at preaching as a woman? You're going to get married and then you're going to have kids and then you're going to fucking die somewhere and your kids are going to like remember you. You're never going to do anything of value. Except for I raise kids. Yeah. But other than that, it's going to require a guy's dick being inside you at least in almost every single recompense for you to be valuable to society. Understand that is where you're going. Fucking, you think there's a future in a fucking trad society for some chick that cosplays as fucking Tomb Raider to read the Bible is insane to me. Like, do you not know what's in the fucking book? You're fucking reading it on Discord. Get to the parts where it's like, hey, maybe you shouldn't fucking know your place, bitch. That's a fucking, how many, it said nice, but that's about fucking like 15% of the most quoted parts of the Bible when it comes to talking to any dudes that are successful at preaching in religions. They get to the part where it's like, hey, know your place, bitch. That's it. You fucking, hey, there's a woman, she had her period, kick her the fuck out. All right. No fucking period in the house on period day. Go down to the fucking coven and hang out with them for a fucking week. Hey, you gotta go take it. Don't let a woman go to market. Holding on to the money is fucking crazy to me. Again and again and again. Like, what do you fucking think that you're fucking fighting for? It just drives me nuts. And this goes triple for all of you fucking morons that are aligning with these people to fix games. They're gonna fix the games by neutering them completely into dust. You guys didn't focus on the actual fucking problem, which is these companies are fucking run by idiots with no focus on quality whatsoever. You allowed DEI to be the shield that it was always fucking meant to be by these corporate fucking husks that were going to be like, oh yeah, what were we going to do? Well, we made a fucking dog shit product because we fired the entirety quality fucking QA team. We're fucking outsourcing QA to AI and a fucking gaggle of random dudes in Pakistan that barely speak fucking English, and like 80% of this game is dialogue, so who the fuck knows where that's gonna go? I don't even think any of them have any training. We fired 4 of our rigging people, and it's a fighting game. We fired 6 of the people that are there for fucking shader writing, and for some reason we're still using our own proprietary fucking software so that we don't have to pay Unreal, but we probably should have paid Unreal because now we're fucking raw developing software that sucks. We basically reduced the entire team to about 40% to save money. Okay, is the game good? No, it's fucking ass. All right, well, what should we do to sell it? People will start talking about your game if you put some gays and blacks in the front of it and then just literally let them fucking be set aflame on the internet. Like, oh yeah, like Disney did it with this Chinese lady in this fucking this fucking Star Wars movie. Yeah, they fucking ate her alive. Her career is over. She quit acting, as far as I know. Oh, yeah, why? Yeah, and then the black guy before that, the John Boyega fella. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they let them eat. They ate them alive. Ended a whole promising career. All they heard all day for fucking like 6 years was just endless slurs. Just nonstop. Endless. The Chinese girl didn't make it to the second fucking picture. Oh, yeah. They got her. Just relentless. Okay, but did it make them money? Oh, yeah. A bunch of people went to keep talking about it. They kept talking about it. It made a bunch of money. All right, do that again. How many fucking... Oh, yeah, dude, we got like 3 properties. We could just push fucking black people and gay people and trans people to the front. They'll take the heat, and then if it looks bad, we'll just write it off. We'll say it's DEI, whatever the fuck, and then sell the company. That's what it is. And then you got fucking bamboozled. You let some fucking bald guy from Britain, of all places, fucking pronouns, the fucking meme. And now you don't have any games. All the game studios are shut down because you didn't fucking give the right criticism. Okay, yeah. The fucking gays are gone. Okay? No more black leads in video games. Good job, I guess. All right, but the games are gone too. And now the fucking Christians are coming in and they're fucking hijabbing your chicks. All right? Therefore, we're covering hair and tits. No more TNA in games, Gooners. You're done. You got fucking bamboozled. The games are still gonna suck, and now they're not gonna have any fucking softcore porn in them either. Now you get nothing. You got fucking Willy Wonka. Nothing. You get nothing. It's awesome. Oh my god. The news gets worse too because the indie fucking developer or an indie fucking games platform got shut down today. Literally, we're gonna get into that next. But this is it. I agree with these takes. I've been blah blah blah. Curvy female characters. You want characters to look good without advocating for porn. Curvy female characters like classic Lara Croft, great. But curvy characters almost completely naked doing stripper dances, fucking wiggling their hips. No thanks. Muscular male characters, awesome. But these mods with Leon Kennedy and a jockstrap, degenerate. No thanks. Those are mods. So wait, we're going after the mod community now? Melanie, you fucking fake gamer. You wouldn't even have a fucking career if it weren't for fucking horny mods. The only reason everybody knows about fucking Tomb Raider is using Game Shark to fucking make her look naked in 1999. You know what I mean? Like, your entire fucking career is based around fucking TNA. You wouldn't exist without it. Like, you're literally just a fucking different kind of sex worker. And that's it. But like trying to say, you're trying to fucking shave it off. This is the turf fucking angle. Again and again and again and again. It's literally the fucking Ellie Weissel for Gooners. First they came for the fucking trans Gooners. But I was not a trans Gooner. I said nothing. And then they came for the Gooners of color, the Gox. And I said nothing. But when they came for the Christian Gooners, there was no one to stand before me. It's a Gooner Holocaust. It's coming, dude. It's going to be a fire sale. It's going to be no gooning games. You guys are going to go back. You're going to have Glover and fucking Super Mario Brothers, and that's it. No more Zelda outside of a fucking dress. We're going to put that fucking goofy ass bitch back in the castle. You got to go look at her one time, then she gets scooped. Shake? No more Shake, baby. No more fucking all your little fucking AO3 fanfics, you little Gooner fucks. That shit's gone. Tomb Raider is gone. What, a woman doing backflips with guns in her hands? She couldn't hold those up. You have to listen to fucking Geeks in Game, whatever you're gonna have to listen to some bald fat fuck from Britain for the next 5 years. I don't know who I'm supposed to believe that a woman of 125... What are you going to say? A woman of only 3 stone... What is a stone? It was like 9 pounds. A woman of only 6 stone is going to do a backflip firing Desert Eagles. Am I to be... I feel bollocksed. I am gobsmacked. This kind of ridiculousness is why the games industry is failing. You have to listen to this shit again and again and again. Some guy that's supposed to be fucking guarding a torture chamber in downtown London. I don't know about the Jews. There's an awful lot of them and they got so much money, but they do scream in the same accent as an Englishman when we got them on the rack. Don't know about them, but if they gotta go, they gotta go. Fucking 200 fucking years forward. I don't know about the prostitutes being stabbed in Whitechapel. I say if she's a woman of the night, maybe that's what happens in the night. Yeah, I do go down there, get my knob polished down there. But it's what it is, isn't it? 200 fucking years later. Oh, I've got that fucking video game. The economy's in the shitter. I fucking got another video game and I can't fucking play it. I'm turning fucking Australian here. Women dancing, doing backflips. They're doing backflips with 50 caliber pistols. They're fucking popping off. Am I supposed to believe a woman in a tank top can fight a tiger? I like the way that she does the gymnastics. I like the way she makes a little noise. It does Jimmy my willies. It rustles me a bit. It does rustle me a bit. When she does a little front handstand and puts her leg between her hands. I do like that. I do like the way she dives into the water. I don't understand why she's doing backflips in front of tigers. T-Rexes in an Aztec temple. I've never been to South America. Wouldn't go. Don't like the food. Wouldn't go. But a T-Rex in a South American temple, an Aztec temple, who's to believe this? A golden hand turning a woman into stone, into golden stone. Crumpets, TTT. It's just fucking, dude. This is all I'm gonna hear. This is it. I tell you, when I was a child, I liked Final Fantasy VII. I liked the Final Fantasy VII when I was a child. Tifa Lockhart, she's got a pair of headlights on her. Alright, I get it, she's got the blinkers on. But I can't say she's a hand-to-hand fist fighter. She should be in the back row with Ares healing, casting spells. Alright, she doesn't need to be up in the front with a Barrett. Big black fella with a handgun, but literally. Over and over and over again, man. Day in the life of a proper Westside geezer. Wake up, head to the gym, getting it done. Sit down for some chorizo and eggs. Huevos. Feed sweet cheeks some nice hay. Hello, hello. Move on to the lunchtime. Have a biscuit and a cheeseburger. Very nice. Do a stream, 4 hours. Easy work, light work. Move back into the theatre of dreams. Give the wife a kiss and that's her done for the night. Day in the life of a true Westside geezer. Oh my God, bro. Man, bourbon. Pennsylvania snitches. The courting is going to be an authority. Kill me now. Yeah. Tyler channeling under A. God, give me a grade A under A. Oh, I can't fucking do it. He's got the ugliest fucking accent. Okay, British people. What is this? All right, we're going to move on. I think I'm like, in summation, okay? In summation, I call on all people who are going to cover this. No more of these right-wing voice. You got to religious them up, okay? The guys are all going to be fucking LARPing in fucking Crusader gear, which you're not allowed to do if you're a fucking evangelical. Tisk, tisk, tisk. You got to give up on your pretenses, okay, and become a motherfucking papist, all right? You want a douche vault? You got to respect the fucking office that started that shit, all right? Pope Urban, I think. But we got to start fucking. We start fucking a full nun attire for all these fucking goofity goofs. You guys start holding these people to fucking. I want to see it from you. I want to see you live your fucking truth. Pitch me on it. What should a soft-spoken Christian woman act like? You fucking do it. Okay? Why are you using curse words on the internet? Stop being so fucking foul-mouthed. Okay? This is probably why you don't have a husband. All right? Have you talked to the church? Have you talked to the nuns? Have you gone to fucking church recently? You should get set up with somebody. There's probably a widower out there who needs his fucking children taken care of. Give up on your fucking foolish career, okay? There's pastors out there that can fucking read the Bible. What are you talking about? If you're going to engage with misogyny, I want it 100%. I want to see you being a true pick-me, all right? You can't be a pick-me and not fucking try to shuffle up to the front of the pack. You can't be a half-ass pick-me. Sitting in the back, shy, wallflowering it up while you try to sell out all the rest of the women in your fucking country. I want pick-me shit. Caitlyn Bennett, Poopy Pants Bennett grade, Tradcath. She's shitting out kids. She's giving up on her internet career, all right? Farting out babies, breastfeeding, miscooking meals for her fucking husband. Quiet as a dormouse, barefoot, pregnant, somewhere the fuck out of sight, out of mind, all right? I want it 100%. Handmaid's Tale. If you're like, oh, Handmaid's Tale is lazy or stupid or even fucking as a lady, I would like that. I want to see it. If his son can't have his $3.5 million house, and he shouldn't, you should not be speaking in front of men in public. You should not have uncovered ankles, no tattoos, and no reading the fucking Bible. That's the rules, right? I mean, argue with me if it's not actually fuck. Don't argue with me. Argue with someone from your religion, with your husband present, or an older brother, or your dad, or a younger brother, or an uncle, or a male cousin, even a nephew that's of age. Okay, I need. Y'all have no idea what you're fighting for. No idea. I swear to God, hearing some people are legitimately trad and then they fucking live it, and I respect that. That's fine. You know what I mean? If I see Quakers and shit and Mormons and even like fucking revisionist Catholics or whatever the fuck, I think it's traditionalist. I can't remember. There's actually a name for the thing. It's not just like Jesuits, but like literal Latin Mass Catholics, especially in Cincinnati. There's a whole sect of them and they live a trad lifestyle. All right? I respect the fuck out of that. Because you're living your fucking truth, all right? If we come to blows over things politically, physically, hopefully not, but if we have to have it out, We can say we're going to go our separate ways, and I'll fucking come to you with a measure of respect because you're living the fucking truth that you want to see in the world. If you fucking half-ass this shit, I have no respect for that. If like somebody was coming up to me and starts like spitting fucking Islamic jurisprudence and fucking da-da-da-da, but then you're not fucking living your shit. If you're not fucking growing that goddamn beard out, fucking trying to get married and being like, you gotta be fucking doing your zakat, doing your fucking donations, you better do your ablutions. Go ahead, face fucking Mecca 5 times a day. You better be on it. On it. I better never hear you say Prophet Muhammad's name without saying peace be upon him in full Arabic. You know what I mean? You better be studying up on your Arabic. You're gonna try to start spitting fucking Islamic jurisprudence at me. I hold the fuck Catholics to the same standard. Actually, as a matter of fact, if you're a Latin Mass Catholic and you're a trad and you're not trying to fucking learn Latin, I think that's a fucking mistake. That you can't fucking read the book in its original intended Latin from the fucking the NLME or whatever the fuck it is. Theologians help me out. Then what good are you? Why are you reading this Bible? And if you're a trad cath, why are you reading the Bible at all? If you're not a fucking priest, I mean, you can do that in the comfort of your own home, but like, are you a deacon? Have you been accepted by the church? Are you a lay pastor? Or a preacher in an area outside of a diocese where they haven't established the archbishop in the area or a bishop or some sort of mission? You know what I mean? Like, are you standing outside of the fucking auspices of the church? Tyler, you don't know this much about this. I'm not fucking in it, bro. I'm what we in the business called an apostate, baby. I fucking turned my back on this shit for a reason. Because I fucking looked it up. I got the full measure of it, and I'm like, not for me. Not for me. You know what I mean? But I fucking respect the shit. If you're going to fucking live it, I'll respect the shit out of it. Respect the shit out of it. If it comes to blows, I'm going to fucking fight for my side. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to let you fucking, like, stomp on my rights. I'll scrap with you. But I won't fucking dog your constant fucking hypocrisy, which is the most insane part of it. Especially with a lot of fucking modern day, like, Christians that don't do fucking, they have no respect for vows of poverty or chastity or really any vows of sacrifice at all. There's not a lot of vow making. This is the final sub-segment of this segment. I have no fucking respect for any religion at all that doesn't do some good vows. Vows. V-O-W-S, not vowels. Vows. You guys know the Scarlet Letter? The priest breaks his vow of chastity and commits adultery with a woman. Spoiler for Nathaniel Hawthorne's The Scarlet Letter. He starts doing a good old-fashioned Catholic thing, all right? He does flagellation. He goes and takes a knotted-up cord and whips his fucking back with it, right? As Jesus of Nazareth was whipped for the sins of the sinners of the earth, okay? He has whipped himself. This is Bible shit. You guys want to talk about Catholicism? This is bog-standard Catholicism. They had to tell people to chill out on it. Fucking flagellation of many types, okay? The whipping, self-whipping flagellation, mea culpa, mea maxima culpa. But not this. That's what this is. This is giving the... you guys ever see me this? Mea culpa, mea maxima culpa. Shout out to the... it's not the Good Samaritan, the loud... I can't remember, but there's a guy that prays. He does a very ecstatic mass. It's in the Bible thing. He gives an ecstatic... worship of God as opposed to the guy that's beside him who gives a much more demure worshiping of God. That's the variation. But no man should be questioning his worship so long as it's true and from the heart, right? And along the lines of the Bible type shit. That's what that is. That's the real shit. Old school back in the day. You got a little cat of nine, all right? Or a knotted rope. There's actually a word for it. Wakat. Okay? You're supposed to knot it with all of the fucking knots that are in the rosary while you're praying your rosary. If you're a fucking tradcath and you are not fucking waking up and doing a rosary before you go to bed, you're not tradcath at all. Dude, if you're not, my Father, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, for yours is the glory and the power. And I can't remember the end of the Our Father ever, right? Hail Mary, Mother of God, pray for our sinners, now at the hour of our death. Amen. The fruit of thy womb, Jesus. I can't fucking remember them all anymore, because lapsed Catholic, right? All the way through. You guys are seeing a rosary? That's what that is. Our Father, Hail Mary, Hail Mary, Hail Mary, Hail Mary. Our Father, Hail Mary, Hail Mary, over and over again until you go through the whole fucking ring and back down. And at some point you're supposed to do not the Lord's Prayer, the admonition of the Spirit or something in there. I have to fucking practice that. I'm running off the top of my head. If I sit down, I can think of them all again. Flagella. Yeah, a scourge is right too, but it's a flagella is the actual correct term for it, right? Tyler, having an opinion on fiqh and munafiqs is pretty fun. I don't know those words. I wish I did. I'm sorry. But like, I have respect for religion. I respect respect and deference are two different things. Okay. Shout out my Irish out here who know the fucking difference. There's respect and there's deference. I don't have deference for religious people at all, unless I'm in their spaces. If I go to a mosque, right, no matter if it's a true stone building or just someone says this is a mosque because you can do that in Islam, and it's a fucking, a side room on a side room in a library, but like an imam has come there, he's done his little fucking motions, he's like, this is a mosque. I'll take my shoes off because it's a fucking mosque. All right, yeah, I show deference in your actual space, and I'll show respect to you as a person that practices your faith because you deserve that. As I think that all people deserve respect, so long as they're not interfering with the existence of other people. It's a real libertarian type thing. But like, that doesn't mean that I'm going to let you fucking like walk all over me or anything or make me do your shit. I'm going to fight you fucking tooth and nail, as you should me, if I try to pass laws that would interfere with your ability to have your own spaces and shit. That's the give and take. But I cannot respect this modern version of internet religious person that uses faith as it uses faith in the same way that people use Kiwi Farm research in order to get gotchas. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you would be in a debate, right, acting with your purported faith and engaging with your purported faith in the same way that, like, I don't know, Beckett would be engaging with a fucking Kiwi Farms bit of research. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, this is a little thing. Like, I'm having a gaffe. I'm having a goof. I'm playing around. Then not only do I not respect you, I have the respect that I would afford the people who should be in your position. It will turn to disgust on my end. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I was, let me put it this way, or the irritation at least. If I know people that are diehard Warhammer 40K people, right? Diehard Warhammer 40K. Comparing it to religion? Yeah, I'm comparing it to anything that people take extremely serious as a part of their life. Say somebody's doing Warhammer 40K miniature fighting. They're doing, what do you guys call that? A patrol, a quick patrol, 1,000 points, whatever the fuck it is. You go out there and you do it, right? If I see somebody that's like, you talk to them and they don't know the rules and stuff, and they're like, trying to dunk on people, but they don't know the rules and they're not paying attention to the rules and they're not following any of the rule books or any of the ascribed prescriptions or interpretations, and they're misbehaving and they're not living up to the standards of people that I respect that are a part of that faith or a part of that interest or a part of that hobby, then I'm just going to not fucking respect you, because I can't permit the respect that I give to the people who are trying to be sullied by giving that same respect to someone who's not. Do you know what I mean? It's like if you're a disingenuous member of something, I can't allow the respect that I would give to someone who is a genuine article, right? I can't allow that respect to be sullied by giving it to you. Like, if I talk to a guy who's a theologian at the Vatican, right? A Vatican theologian, he might have some crazy ideas that go against what some fucking asshole on fucking TikTok or Twitter says, and they'll disregard it. But if that's a man who lives as a friar in and out of the Vatican, he's taken a vow of chastity that he stood behind, taken a vow of temperance. These are vows. Temperance is a vow of not drinking anything. True teetotaler, depending on what's considered temperance in that area, usually alcohol. Taking a vow of temperance, a vow of chastity that he stood behind, vows and stuff like that. Those dedicated moments, unbroken dedication to whatever it is that you purport to believe in. That is where the respect for faith and people of faith should come from, right? You are living it. I get it. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to be some fucking Christian, You can't be talking like I talk. You can't be taking the Lord's name in vain. It's a big rule. And if you're part of some faith that's like, yeah, we just have a lot of rules and we kind of take them and get them as we go, but then you have like real strict subsections, I can't take the strictness that you feel for the fucking 1 or 2 picked out parts. I want all of it. All of it. If I talk to a Catholic, I want to talk to a fucking Catholic. I want to talk to somebody who like has respect for it. You know what I mean? Especially if you're going to be talking about it. If you're just like, I'm a Catholic and I believe stuff because it's incidental to my life. I'm a person of faith, but I don't engage with it at the fucking, you know, at the scholarly level, then you're respecting your position as a layperson. That's okay. I don't expect every Muslim that I would ever come across to be able to fucking spit jurisprudence like some high level fucking scholar in Medina. You know what I mean? Like some dude that's like studying at the fuck madrasa of His Holiness, the Prophet Muhammad, that's been in existence for like 1,000 years and survived the Crusades. And they're like, yeah, man, that's the fucking, that's a brick right there. That's where Salahuddin would come out every day and fucking like pray to Mecca. I'm like, okay, well that's like a little bit, that's pretty crazy. That happened. That's kind of wild. You know, that guy going super duper hard, you have to like kind of rise to that. You know what I mean? You have to rise to it. Vows, dedication, sobriety, temperance, decency, being a person. If you're a religious person and your existence does not pitch me on your religion, even if I'm not going to accept it, then what value do you have as a person who's religious? Do you know what I mean? Like, if all I can get from Christianity or from a person that's purporting to be Christian is Melanie Mack, a woman who's unmarried despite the teachings of the Bible, divorced, not attempting to be remarried, not really in any sane way giving back to her community or her church, whatever church that is. I mean, if she's got some sort of special thing, you know, not in preaching, you know what I mean? But also being this person who's a sex symbol, who's going out and using their body on camera to make money. You know, what part of this is me getting it? Or is you getting it? Like, I pitch me on whatever fucking 30th schism variety of Protestantism you have to be on, because I know this isn't any sort of tradcast shit, you know? And if you're just a mid person who's a lay individual who enjoys church or your religion, you know, you're day to day, I go to synagogue literally on Yom Kippur. I can't know. Are you supposed to do you go to synagogue on Yom Kippur? Or, no, yeah, sit Seder dinner, right? That's the whole thing. Start of Hanukkah. Last day of Hanukkah? I can never fucking remember. Goddamn Rugrats did not teach me enough. Just a taste of the Jewish faith. But, you know, if you're going to do all that stuff and you're just like mid a couple times, that's fine. Just don't talk about it that much. If someone insults your religion, you're like, hey, this is my faith, whatever. But don't try to teach people about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't get online and start trying to fucking read the Bible if you're half-ass engaged in faith. You can't go 50%. You can't read a Bible where there's a guy named Job who sells out the entirety of his health, safety, and life on earth, including that of his wife, who's forced to recarry his new children he's awarded from God for surviving bullshit. You can't be reading about people like that and not attempting to live up to the standards that they set. Do you understand? That's the point of it. That's the point of the word of God being a thing. That's it. Okay? If you're like, well, you're an atheist. I know I'm an atheist. One of the biggest reasons that I'm an atheist is that fucking lay faithfuls don't fucking engage with this shit, and high level preachers and people that form religions around that book don't engage with it in a way that's honest and in a way that requires any sense of sacrifice from them based on the tenets. Like, if you use that and you try to read around it to get money and to get clout and to get fame, feel like you're not taking it seriously. You know what I mean? A lot of theologians nowadays are actually quite leftist, if you want to assign political leanings onto them, from personal experience spending time around priests. They are leftists politically in our mind. because like Jesus Christ is pretty socialist without saying that, attributing that word necessarily. But they're conservative as hell. They are very conservative, not in the American Republican way, but in the in a way of true. They're literally conserving the word of God, especially if they believe in it, as theologians, as scribes, as illuminators, if they still use that word, translators, illuminators, repeating and bringing the like literal passed down fucking gospels and the Old Testament in these translations, and trying to ensure that the most accurate interpretation of 3 translations from Aramaic to Greek to Latin to English, sometimes via poor Italian translations or German translations, and that is a long line of literal conservation. That's like the true conservatism. They're kind of not progress, but they're anti-alteration. You know what I mean? To these things. And you kind of bring it back. And ultimately, when the main point of New Testament-based Abrahamic faiths is charity, kindness to the poor, healing, inclusion, and preaching and respect for the lowest of the earth, you know, the flock of God type stuff, you're going to come off politically in this space lefty, right? But like, you are literally conservative. Def Noodles is doing the conservative grift now. It's okay. So he's doing a conservative now, and boy, is bleeding all of his old viewers. Wonderful. I think the conservative grift is going away-ish. I think the grift aspect of it is probably going to fade here pretty soon. There's always going to be grifts and stuff, but I think really like your ability to just be in here. If you guys remember Sargon of Akkad back in the day, like he had a shit or get off the pot moment. Because if you really think about it, nowadays, obviously, like Sargon of Akkad's a race grifter. That's his whole thing. He's a white supremacist race grifter. There's really no nicer way to say it. Who's all about kind of doing these like, what does he call it? Classical liberalism or whatever the fuck. A bunch of gibberish to basically say like he's the center-right libertarian type for England, okay? But back before that, he was like a libertarian preaching against the overreach of what do you call that? Postmodern liberal neo-Marxists. How the fuck did we say that back? It's been 10 years now, so even that's starting to go away. I don't do enough Jordan Peterson impressions because he's sort of fallen by the wayside. Because even like Jordan Peterson kind of falls into this too, but like with Sargon, he was this libertarian type, right? That's the point, is that there was the enlightened centrist, sure, but really it was the freedom is the most important for guys like me. And guys like me make things good. But then when he has to define guys like me, he means fucking gammons from fucking England, right? He's the English nationalist, ultimately. But he wants just more freedom personally for white English nationalists. That's kind of like where we got to. Because eventually he had to shit or get off the pot because he tried to join UKIP, which is United Kingdom Independent Party, right? And that fucking died or whatever. But basically, and you know, you can get into the depths of the grift, but the impression of him largely from casual viewers and stuff was this guy is about personal freedom and personal responsibility to counteract that freedom, which is a pretty reasonable point. Obviously, his actual existence doesn't go to that, but if that's what you hear casually, that's what you'll feel. That eventually, because of who he was, had to shit or get off the pot, and he ended up being like a lame as fuck conservative. Insanely lame, now to the point where he's like a crypto fascist. You know what I mean? A Britain first and anti-Muslim crusader, whatever the fuck. And And that happened with a lot of people. Jordan Peterson was a lot more interesting 4 or 5 years ago, not just because he was less fucking insane, but also because he was kind of, doing a little bit of a tease with Christian fundamentalism, right? Christian fundamentalism as a narrative for Western culture was this whole kind of thing. The Bible and, to an extent, the canonical stories of Western heritage that stem from the Bible and its existence in Europe throughout the ages, right? From medieval times, post Rome, basically. It's about the post-Roman development of a post-European colonial system, right? That is good. I'm saying colonial, you might think of like lefty, whatever. He thinks of colonial as good because everybody else is savage monsters. That's it. And so, like, for him, it was flirting with that, and people that liked him, it was like, hey, he's flirting with, like, a little bit of Christian nationalism pretty consistently. He wouldn't say it outright. He would always go to, like, well, I don't know. It could be anything. It could be anything. It could be anything. Like, kind of bullshit, But if you go back, I think one of the first times I ever was like, well, that's an interesting quote from him. I don't know where that came from. Was he was talking about the meek shall inherit the earth on Joe Rogan. He's like, and if you look at the original translation, meek does not mean this small, timid person. It's more better defined as someone who would have a sword, and know to use it, be willing to use it, but know that not always is the time to draw it, and not draw it when it's unnecessary. Like, it's like that's his whole like little speech. He flirted with that, but now we're a little bit past it. We're swinging right, but in an interesting way. We're swinging right, but as anti-corporatists, right? If you don't get the vibe because you're like, well, like fucking Elon Musk is still a corporatist, like Donald Trump is, like those guys are not seen as corporatists by that melange of people. They just aren't. They're seen as wealthy businessmen who do good business and make money. Even Donald Trump's like failures at business are just all chalked up to sometimes Jewish, but otherwise like, hey, the corporate world didn't want this renegade in here. Donald Trump was just the Elon Musk of the 90s. If you look down, the reason he didn't pay that bill is because it was a bullshit bill. The reason he got sued for this is because of this. He got bankrupted because they were trying to ruin him and he came back from it. You can always re-narrativize. Understand, when you're narrativizing, they can too, all right? And they will. The other side of the aisle. And this is just a whole thing. You got to understand, like, this is where we're going. There's going to be a hard push towards really traditional Abrahamic systems in at least my country, for sure in Canada. Canada, I think you guys are about to get hit like crazy. I think you guys don't even know how hard it's coming. That trucker rally was the start, but like I've been seeing, we're not letting as many of your fucking ilk in, okay? And I think they're all like stumping. I see a bunch of little fucking Canadians. Every time I run into somebody these days, and I'm like, why is this person has like a big fucking howdy do to say about America? And they're always fucking English or fucking Canadian, like every time. No Australians. I don't know where all you Australian conservatives are, but you don't seem to be showing up. But I think we're about to see a big snap in that direction. It might not necessarily change the course of the country, so to say, but I think the political discourse is going to get a lot closer to how things felt in the 80s and 90s. Really. And I think that you're just gonna have to be able to play off of it, because I think at that point the hypocrisy of it all is going to be the kind of one of the arguing points, right? Of like, hey, if you're gonna live it. Don't bullshit. And also, which one of you guys are right? Because I'm not fucking with this whole like Protestants and Catholics getting together thing. One side has to be correct, because you can't schism like that. Like what it's how the fuck how are we getting, like, that's gonna be the fucking way forward from here on. But you're gonna have to understand this shit if you're gonna talk about it. If you want to argue with people about all their religious nonsense and stuff, or if you just want to avoid whatever they're gonna try to do or try to predict it, you should study it a little bit. And be nice to religious people, okay? You don't have to fucking be mean to. Not every single religious person is trying to do the grift. They're not all fucking Ken Ham and whatever that goblin creature is that fucking actually did buy all the private jets. You know what I mean? They're not all like that. They're not all the righteous gemstones. There's some legitimately decent people that are just men and women and NBs or whatever the fuck of faith. And that's how they live their lives. They love that shit. Okay. And they're actually like some of your best fucking side supporters. But like the fucking hardliners I think are going to be having a guy with a fucking Crusader tattoo who's a literal nut be fucking even remotely considered for Secretary of Defense. He's wild. I'm just telling you, that's like crazy. That's crazy. It used to be a position for only the most sober people. And now we've got a guy who's like fucking deuce vault, bro. Deuce vault. I'm interested. I'm interested to see where it's going.